Right, here we are in Hutan Pantai, and we get our first look at 8:24 in the morning of the fog. It's obviously a morning thing, which is looking really, really good. But let's fire that up. I'm just going to zoom out as the train goes past as well, so you get an opportunity to see that. And this little Kubota that we saw in the launch trailer as well. And we're just going to fire things up and give it a go, I think. So let's see how we get on. We've got this little mulcher. Let's lower it down, of course. So there we go. We're mulching. Just turn it a very yellow colour, that, doesn't it? But there we go. This is a good opportunity, actually, to test ground deformation when you've got joules on. I did talk about that when I was looking at the other tractor before. It looks like it does deform a lot less, which is good. So, oh, look at the detail on that concrete there. Just as I pan down there, that detail on that concrete, the textures are way more high fidelity than they were in 22. Turn it off again. Right, there we go. Just those little bits of particle and dust in the air as well add to it. But this feels fantastic. Just go in cab as well. That fog makes it feel a lot more atmospheric, which is very nice indeed. I do like that. Let's run along to the end though. We're not going to do too much of this because it's a pretty standard job. I want to have a look at a few more things. There's our running rivers as well. So again, first time on this map. Look at that. Very nice. Akin to what we saw on the Platinum expansion, but brought to all the other maps now as well. And again, the detail of these rocks and the textures, so much more intense than we saw in FS25. These old pieces of machinery lying at the side of the road as well, which is nice. And there we go, just that mist. Look, again, even as you move from inside and outside the bridge in the shadow, you can see that haze. It's very cleverly done. I mean, it's a big step forward for 22. I know it's not comparable to some AAA titles, but from what we had in 22 to what we have now, it's a massive difference. I am loving this. It feels so much more atmospheric and real. Right, we're in this Komatsu harvester now. Let's give this a little bit of a go. We should do some logging while we're here, shouldn't we? Let's roll down to this tree. I did cut a tree down to give it a test run. Align that to harvest. Now, if I think I press O, it does its automatic alignment, which is always nice. There we go. So we've cut it. Let's pull it out of the woods a little bit. Lift it up. Let's extract it. Let's pull it back to the yard, actually. There we go. No build menus or anything like that yet, which is unfortunate. I would love to have given those a go. Obviously holding some stuff back as well. X now, isn't it? 6 meter logs. Cutting width here. There we go. So logging feeling really very smooth as well. Like that. Very good. Again here you can see the new icons as well. This is our Moonbear sawmill. Look, wood planks, planks long, beams and prefab walls, obviously leading towards some of the new building houses. Here we go, we've got a little bit of the new Class Evian here as well. We'll fire this up. It's a lovely little combine, this. So let's see if we can use the AI workers on this one. There we go, AI worker steering assist. It's a big field, this, but it does mean I can demo for you how it does this lovely headland management option here. So if I press H now to turn it on, there you go. Look, it's following the line of the field, which is really nice. I know I've showed you that in some of the other GPS stuff, but I'm really taken with that. That makes it very easy. Let's turn our swath on, shall we? And again, you can see the ground deformation. It just happens in the background. We'll forget about that very quickly, but it's just kind of, it works. It looks good and it works. There we go. End of that row. So if it's on a curve, it automatically follows the line of it, but if it's a 90-degree angle, you have to reposition your vehicle to get it to it. Look at the dipping under that swath as well. It's so good. That just that stuff for me makes it really authentic. So we're on 79% here. We'll maybe jump into that little John Deere and go and fill up the trailer when we're done. So again, just that haze starting to die back as the day's getting a bit older now. Getting a bit brighter, the sun's getting a bit brighter, the shadows are getting a bit brighter, but we're on 95% here. In fact, that's probably enough. What I'll do, I'll pop this open and we'll go and get that little New Holland over there and fill this up. Right, here we are. I said it was a little New Holland, but it is a T7 in fact. With rather narrow wheels on it as well, which is making it interesting for digging into the ground. But we'll run this round to the combine. I'm going to avoid the swath if I can. There we go. And we'll run down to the combine, get this unloaded, and try and sell it somewhere. There we go, unloading into the trailer now. We cannot access the maps at the moment, so we can't see the PDA to know where to sell some of this stuff. So we might just go for a little bit of a drive around the roads. I want to find some of the more kind of Eastern Asian elements of this map. There we go. Looks like we're pretty full now. Let's go for a drive. I'm going to skip forward in time a little bit as well. Try and see what happens to this mist. I can see the town over there actually. I want to see if this mist clears as the day goes on. And yes, look at that. That's lovely. Look at the way it did that as the day heats up. That's fantastic. There's a few little bits left. See, just hanging in the trees and things like that. But it kind of is, I guess, is morning and night when the temperatures change. So, we'll head out of here, onto the road, again under load. The tractor's finding it a little bit harder to get up to full speed quickly. But now we're on the road, I can see the cranes of the town, so we're going to head over to there and get stuck into that. I would have liked to have built a paddy field as well, but we don't have access to the build menu. Also, there's some subtle movement, I think probably down to the new roads, but do you see how the tractor's not static on the road? People were talking about physics before. There's a little bit of juddering and movement as you drive now. Oh, tank slapper. Going too fast around the corner. But it looks to be a little bit more shaky. I don't know if you can pick that up in the cab as well. Now it says one way. Right, let's follow the one-way system and work out how we get to the ships on the shore. This isn't one way, so let's go down the main street. Let's look at these lights. This is pretty cool, I'm not going to lie. There's some nice stuff here. I love it. It's different. It's different to anything we've seen before, which I like. So let's get down to the end here. There's some really bad puns in here. The farm father. The farm father. Deary me. Iron plough live in concert. I don't know what to say really. Grain elevator is down here, so let's bounce it round the pavements. Get it stuck on the walls of the buildings. Go down a one-way street the wrong way. But I like some of the decorations here. Like even the grass in the park there. It's an old traditional building as well, but here we are. Where can I sell this? Is there anywhere available for me to sell this? Oh, there's a tunnel there as well. That looks good. Here's the Fellowship. Sure, there's a sell point on this based on what we saw on the very short map tour that we were given. Vehicles are nice as well, going along the roads. This is cool though. Now, is there a sell point along here? It may be switched off, but we're going to have a look at it anyway. There is a trigger there and a grate, so we could be in luck here. We could be in luck. I'm intrigued to know if this ship sails off when it's full as well, but we have a sail point. Let's roll over this, see if we get our trigger. Yeah, there we go, dump wheat. And that's in there, all done. So while we're here, we'll have another little bit of a drive round. Star Muesli, the Fellowship, I think that is just for decoration. I don't think that sails off anywhere. I think it's going to sit there permanently, but nice to see. Right. That is, it's hard when you don't have your bearings as to where to go, to work out where things are on the map, but we'll try and go and find things like the temple and things like that. A bit slidey, this. Maybe a bit more weight on the back tyres would help us. And again, just driving through here, give you an opportunity to just see the scenery. And again, there's that subtle vibration of the tractor. It's not sitting on rails. It's bumping along this road at certain points. So it's looking good. I like this. Hope that kind of answers some of the questions in terms of how the physics feel when you're driving it. But that is noticeably different for me. There's the rice harvester as well. We'll go and have a look at that in a little minute, just over there. I'm just trying to get my bearings on the map. We've got these little islands and things as well. The way the road drops off at the side as well is nice. Not seen any animals, actually, so far. But I am loving this. I've got to say, it feels different. It feels like a new game. It doesn't feel like FS22 at all. There's definitely elements of this that feel a lot more slick. I'm enjoying it. I'm not enjoying driving with a keyboard and mouse, though. I've not done that for a few years, so I apologise for my appalling driving, but look how hilly this is as well. This is great. Oh, it really does go up into the hills over there. I can see a road stretching off way high into the hills. See, look at the road going all the way up there. Interesting. So it is a very hilly map, this. I like it. And then we've got some more machinery there. Pea harvesters and things like that. Let's see where we can go. I want to find the temple, if I can, in the time we've got. I ditched the trailer for speed. Let's try and get up into the woods. See what we can find. There is that haze again, the ring of doom we call it. I know they've done it for performance perspective, but I'm sure we can adjust that out. I can't track anything in terms of FPS at the moment either, but it has been very smooth the entire time I've been playing. Usual story, you get a few stutters at the start as the cache builds in. But after that, it has been very smooth indeed. That is a steep hill there. We'll follow this hairpin round. So we're up into this kind of nice little area here. We've got some buried cars there. Still a few things to go here, I'm sure. Little bits and bobs. But there's these lovely roads and these winding hills up at the top of the map. This is nice. There's a sell point there. Probably a few productions up here as well for certain things. And then down these hairpin bends. Very nice indeed. Got to be careful going down here. But this is a really nice map. Look at that. That attention to detail. The trees aren't disappearing or fading away as well as much, which is nice. There's the woods that we were chopping before as well. So we're up high. Oh. Careful, FSG. Keep climbing to the top now. And then we're dropping back down, okay. But look at this, look at the detail in the forest here as we drive through. Maybe throw it into the cab. Look, there's, I'm guessing, logging roads up there into the hills. In fact, let's do a little bit of an example here of what happens when you drive up here, what we get from a ground deformation perspective on these tracks compared to the fields. You've seen how much it sinks into the ground in the field, so you get a lot less here, but you get your tracks there, and you do get some indentation, which is interesting. So I'm not going to go up there because I think that's just a logging track, and I want to make sure we see maybe as much of this map as we can before we get out of here. This might seem like a little bit of a stream of consciousness as I talk through this. Okay, we have hit the edge of the map. So there we go. Let's turn around and go back the other way. It's really hard not having a PDA on the map, but there we go. I understand they're keeping stuff under wraps still. Right, let's just have a look at some of these animals as well. There's our pigs. We're at the animal dealer here. Got a little bit of a collection of the animals. I want to see some of these close up, so you've seen them. Looking through the posts here, I think some of these models look fantastic in 22. I have to say, from the images, these look great. There's some sheep as well. I heard a baby bleating somewhere. I can't see one, but if we can find one, we'll have a look. But it doesn't look like we've got any of the young animals yet, just the older animals. You can hear them bleating. Here's the horses again. They look very similar to they did in 22, maybe slightly increased in the texture detail, but they look good as well. Here's the old Challenger tractor though. That's looking good. It's the first time I think we've seen that. Very nice. And again, that hay's just sitting over there on the hill. I'm literally driving around just finding stuff to do at the moment. I'm on a bit of a time limit, so trying to grab what I can when I can. Lots of stuff is still locked down, so it's making it hard to kind of work out what's what, but I like the Challenger. That's nice. Nice details through here as well. October 22. The oil needs changing. Oh, we've got an old Deutz-Fahr here, Agristar as well. So it's another tractor I don't think we've seen much of yet. That's looking nice. Nice engine noise as well. Different engine noise, which is good. That Farm Tech trailer. Oh, a dolly trailer though. You know, they're torture for reversing. But I like that. Very good. So another tractor. Again, no access to menus, so if I hit escape, you would expect to see the PDA, and it just asks you if you want to leave the game. So there's the big class as well, the new Xerion. Let's have a look inside the cab of this as well, just giving you a feel for some of the machines now while we're here. Lovely detail in these. This sounds nice. And we've got the big Bednar cultivator on the back as well. So let's run that. And again, gives you an idea for some of these textures as well. That texture's nice, and the stuff flying off the rollers at the back. It's pretty cool. Loving that. Feels heavy though. You know, when you're driving something, you can feel the weight of it. It feels sluggish. Alright, it's running at 18 kilometers an hour, but do you know what I mean? There's that element of... You can sense that it's pulling a heavy machinery behind it, or a heavy piece of machinery. Again, sometimes you never felt that in... there you go, on the corner there, really kind of creaking as it went around the bend. Love that. Very nice indeed. There's the John Deere 6R as well. Let's have a quick look inside again. Get your feel for what's in here. Very nice in here. You can see the pedals moving and things like that. And the screen's working as well, which is cool. I'm not going to harvest sugar beets. I don't think I need that pain in my life right now. But the tractor looking very good indeed. I like that. There's a little Fendt 514 Vario as well. Looking nice. Fendts always look good. Again, the reflections that you can see the reflection of the number plate there, and just some of the cab reflections there, looking really good. The lighting, the new lighting and the colour, looking really strong there. That's nice, that fent. And again, let's have a quick look inside. Really good amount of detail in there, and you can see things like the speed on the inside there. Let's have a look at the Iseki planter as well. We should really give this a go, as it's a new thing. So let's roll it into the field, lower the header down, and get harvesting. See that animation as it goes into the harvester as well? Very cool. I do think rice is going to be a crop I'm interested in playing with. Just feels involved. It feels there's a lot of things that you can get stuck into doing with it, which is great. So let's just roll around again. Now obviously I'm driving this manually. Press and hold H. There we go, AI worker. Or we can go for steering assist. I'm going to go with the AI worker, I think. This is nice. I'm watching, this is the AI worker cutting the corner. Working out what it needs to do to cut around the corner without leaving loads of crop behind. It feels smarter, it definitely does. I'm not going to tempt fate, but that was a pretty intelligent turn there for a corner. Very nice indeed. Ooh, I've just spotted water buffalo in the background. We'll go and have a look at those. I can see some baby ones as well. So we're going to leave that AI worker planting that rice because I spotted over here some of the younger water buffalo. Let's have a look at these. There you go. Lovely models. The movement's nice in them. There's an even smaller one here. Crouch down and have a look at that. Good. One's struggling to get up. Come on, you can do it. There's another. How many different sizes are there? Maybe two small? Two small ones? And then the adults. Yep, there we go. They're very nice. They're noisy. There's a slurry icon as well. There's your milk icon. There's your animal icon. Not working yet. And there's that Kubota we saw as well. And there... What is this? What is this? Just saying food, isn't it? Well, there's some in here, though. So what is this? It is silage. So it looks like you are going to be able to feed the animals silage. So there we go. Open this and tip it down. But that is silage being fed directly to cows. So that is interesting. Calls it food once it's here, but I've just tipped silage directly into cows. So that suggests to me that we are able to feed the cows silage, which is a good thing. Right, now over here, I think our little harvester is either full. He's not even close to being full. He's done a full lap of the field there and only has 487 litres, so it's slightly interesting what's going on there. Now, what happens if I pull the eyes? This guy's in the way. Let's move him out of the way, shall we? There we go, and then he can keep going. Just move him out of the way over here. Again, I'm really taken with the ground deformation. It's like I said, it's there all the time, and you over time you'll get used to it. But it's just a really kind of authentic feature. It's really, really nice. Right, I finally found it. The Piaggio. Let's have a quick play with this. Can we tip it? No. It's pretty robust. It's not going to flip over. But again, even this has some ground deformation on it. And actually, I've just found the temple. But look at those narrow tyre tracks. I'm glad I tabbed to this, because I've just found the temple as well. So, obviously we know now that this is a buildable structure. There we go. There's our ground deformation on the Piaggio, nice and small. I can't get through here yet. It's all locked down still. But that is where you would build your temple. So that's that big build project that you've got available to you. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. But nice little side quest there. Obviously, this is where you unload your elements that you need to build this, and it will start to appear like the roller coaster that we had in the Platinum Edition. Right, folks, that is my time up. This has been still quite a protected build of the game. There's a lot of stuff that is locked still. So things like the PDA, shop menus, things like that are all locked down. But it's been great to play the game. There's some real subtleties that I like in this. There's some really nice improvements, quality of life improvements, kind of visual improvements. There's some really good stuff in this. It does not feel like FS22 to me. It feels like a big step forward. You know, the textures are much better. The deformation's great. The GPS, the AI work is really strong. It's fantastic. And I'm really looking forward to getting a hold of the game, good and proper, the full game in the not too distant future. We're going to have some fun with this one, folks. Guarantee you that.